Welcome to the Cult of Cinema. I'm Aaron, and tonight Severin's doing a big sale, a big flash sale, and an announcement. So we're waiting for the Severin site to come up. I'm going to have definitely a few things to be looking in. Hey there, Toku. Hey there, Dogface. Hey there, Dave. I've got some Severin suggestions for you for the sale that's coming up. I think most of these things are still on the sale. I got a couple suggestions that I forgot to bring up, but I'll do that as well. Hey, Barnabas, man, welcome. We are going to be looking at Severin tonight. There's a big sale coming up. I got an announcement earlier on today, and basically it was Severin said that their site is active at midnight EST. So that's in either Antoine, either Eddie is in an hour from now. They're going to be announcing a new title and launching a flash sale completely out of the blue. So this is the one time I've actually, and I know a lot of people out there just hyped for the whole the big Super Bowl game just ended, right? I'm not much of a kind of a football guy. I have watched it before, and my thing is the pre-show, is the halftime show. That's my favorite part of it. But we are going to be looking at the stuff that comes out there, and I am excited. Are you guys excited about what could be possibly announced? Because we have no there's been no idea. There's been no hit ahead of time. Now, they did say they've got a new site location. So let's see how that goes. Because this is not like the Black Friday sale. Yo, Neil, welcome, man. Because on the Black Friday sale, everybody was going. We knew what was coming in. We knew there was a bunch of stuff coming in, and it was pretty loaded. I had to say you're underwhelmed by the Vincent sale. What is a different type of sale, Justin? When it comes into that, it is a sale mostly for the kind of like the adult titles, and if the adult titles are kind of not your bag, then that sale isn't going to hit you the way that, say, the Black Friday or the Black Friday sales will. So there's a specific audience for this one here. This one, honestly, has a bit more to it, because this one actually had Madman, and that's decent to see a kind of a horror release during a Valentine's Day sale. Normally they don't do that. They only go with the hey there, John, welcome, man. They only go with the Blu-ray, kind of like they're with the adult releases. How does the blue sale? Do you think that's a hint? I never thought about that. That could actually be a hint. But for me, I just thought, okay, out of the blue, because something. Yeah, hey, there's some welcome, man. What's up? This is the kind of thing that they're used to doing. So everyone else, that's so much damn money. I understand that. I understand. What could out of the blue be? Where out of the blue, you could look like blue. We could be looking at like another kind of water-oriented one. We could get a bit of a shocker here, maybe a space one. Not very much now. I have actually had to. I used to spend a lot, Justin, a ton of money on films, and for the last year or so, we've had to we're in the midst of a move here. We're not quite sure when the move is going to happen, but we had to be ready for when it happens. Now, normally, how much did I used to spend? At some months that definitely could have been in the hundreds. When's the last time I shaved my beard? Today. Literally 10 minutes ago. When's the last time you watched my my videos? I was much shaggier yesterday. Astruga A's Italian action today. Hammerhead, Cop, Game, and Thunder. Nice. I love myself some Italian action films, especially the cop ones, and I can't remember how to pronounce them. So I'm sure when you guys will kind of hyphen it out there and let me know how to pronounce it. It's like Polizzi, so whatever. It's something like that. It goes along that line. Eurocrime. We'll call it Eurocrime. Hey there, Alan. Welcome, man. That beard question was weird and threw me for a loop. I was very proud, by the way, of the fact that I got the chance to actually grab a quick shower and shave tonight. Did you see the Canadian teen Pinball Summer years ago? Yeah, I did, man. I like that film. Any room? No rumors as of yet. Some you're gonna get yourself blocked. Do you have any Dick Moss soundtracks? I don't actually. Not quite sure if there are there any like soundtracks out there. Though I do like his films. Amsterdam, especially Amsterdam The Lift, I love those. And Amsterdam's one that I go back to. Enough. We're here to talk about Severin. That's it. You really think out of the blue? Like, you think it'll be that? See, that'd be kind of on the nose. I think that would be a bit on the nose. Almost a bit too much on those. So has there been any? Uh, yeah, Michael, do you think it could be out of the blue? Like, could be? I'm guessing you guys are talking about the Dennis Hopper film, right? Like, do you think it'd be that on? Like, Vinegar Syndrome was on the nose. Yeah, that's the thing. People said that with Vinegar Syndrome, and it was like so on the nose. Madman did turn it what it turned out to be. Michael, I don't have any channel soon, by the way. I gotta message you. But yeah, I don't think so. I hope not that I hope not, because Ed the Blue is a good title. So, but do I think it's going to be it? Do I think it's going to be that on the nose? I don't think it's going to be on the nose as much as say it was with I gotta get some tea, which is kind of horrible because I just finished brushing my teeth. The way that Madman was. Madman, like I was on here, I was doing the Valentine's Day sale. Ryan from the Disconnect was on with me. My favorite Severin release. Well, I'm going to get through some of my favorite releases right now because we'll do that right now. I'm going to show you some Severin releases, some recommendations, especially for the sale. Right here, this is batshit crazy. And I'm sure for a lot of people, this is one of those releases. I love Night Killer. Night Killer is insane. It has the guy who played Doctor Strange. I'm not joking. Played Doctor Strange in the TV movie, TV pilot with Jessica Walters, actually, the late Jessica Walters. So he's one of the stars of this one here. This is a bit of a crazy film, but gotta say, kind of love it. The features on this are really good too. These talk with Claudia Fragasso and with Rosella Drudy, and they talk about kind of the fact that this literally became something that broke up a friendship. I don't really see Severin ever having trouble like moving merch. It depends on the merch, but I'm wearing a Severin. I'll show you guys the Severin shirt, the one from the Giallo one, Sergio Martino. But I think it's just a matter of them wanting to get some stuff out there. And get new merch in. Strange Vice and Mrs. Ward is really good. Day of the Beast too. Retribution. I know this is not everybody's bag, but I kind of dug this one. It's by Guy Magaro, who did Stepfather 3. Don't Let That Make You Run Away. Better than I expected it to be, actually. It's got the soundtrack by Alan Howarth on here. Have a great night there, Alan, man. I would normally be in bed right now because I work tomorrow. But for you guys, I am here and I'm doing this. The Kinky Collection. I really need to get that one down the road. Now, this is the alternate artwork for it. But either way, this is a fantastic little film. And this is absurd. I'm a huge fan of absurd. I like this. Like, people talk about Anthropophagus. and George Eastman how insane Anthropophagus is. I think this is like heads above Anthropophagus. I love this way more than Anthropophagus, actually. This is a very cool little film. It's the Italian Halloween 2. That's what it is. And we get the lumbering giant that is George Eastman playing, again, a character much like it is in Anthropophagus, of this sprawling, like kind of like seemingly unstoppable giant, like making his way and eventually attacking a babysitter. Sound familiar? With a priest doing the kind of and I think it's Ed Purdue. Yes, Severin has done a few like really good 4K releases, actually, and some big ones too. Ones that you wouldn't like think of, like maybe for Severin. They did Ad Hosque Santa Sangre. They did Day of the Beast. They did Perdita Durango. So there's been some really good ones. Yep, the title is supposed to be announced at when the site goes live. So the title should be there I think when the site goes live. So hopefully, fingers crossed, guys, it should be there, according to their email anyway. I'm not sure. I don't think it's half price on title. So we're going to see once it goes live. We'll see a bit more. From what I got out of it, out of the blue thing, it's just like a 10 or 15% off type of thing. I'm not sure if there's going to be any more. It's going to be hard to tell until the actual site. It's 10% off everything on stock on site with the out of the blue for the first 48 hours. Not quite sure what kind of pricing is going to be on there. If there's going to be any lower price things, it's really going to be interesting to tell. We'll be announcing a new title and launching a flash sale completely out of the blue at midnight EST going into Monday morning. So 10% Uzi. Yeah, that's what I think too. But it's going to be interesting to see if, because Severin always does these little, like, I've noticed this anyway. That they're going to be doing, that they do a lot of different things. So we may see some cheaper prices and some merch and stuff as well. And a friend purchased a Caligula set. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. Well, Justin, they went in and bought a Caligula box set. So you got to know, you have to know what you're getting into with these type of things. Like, here's what I'm going to share right now. Next to Ken, this is an excellent film. It is a slow burn of a movie, but it is amazingly well done. Like the cinematography, the the way everything is done on it. It's a fantastic film. This is when you're looking at like film school type of films to look at. Yeah, it is an Australian film. It is a great movie. There's some fantastic features on there, including introduction by Michaela Janice, commentary with Mark Hartley. I'd say give another chance, John. This is a really good title, and I think what really sticks the landing for me is the ending. The ending of that film really, when she's doing the kind of the sugar cubes. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. Oh yeah, it's Australian, so yeah, definitely English. Now here's one that sadly you won't be able to get anymore, because since this one, I think this one came back once, and it could only come back once. So if this ever comes back, though, even if you've never liked anything by this director before, definitely give this one a check out. This is one of their limited ones. And Severin does do some that are limited. And people say, well, they come back on every sale. Not everything. Here's an example of something that didn't come back, and that is Bihirblanca. For me, one of the greatest movies that Jess Franco ever made. Like, it truly is a great character study of a film, and something that I think should be watched. Now, you don't even have to like Jess Franco's work, but definitely have this one. Because tonight we're going to have some different stuff. I'm going to share some different stuff here. The Barber Steel triple feature. There we go. And it is Michael Kane approved. So there. It was kind of a punk film. Is that the Dennis Hopper one? Are we thinking of the same one, Justin? Or am I thinking of something different? So we got Barber Steel one here. We got 3 films on this one. We got Castle Blood, Tear Creatures from the Grave, and what the hell's the third one again? Nightmare Castle. Well, duh. That tells you what type of nut. But yeah, so another fantastic little film from Barber Steel. Do you like nudity? Severin has lots of it, and without being in the too hardcore stuff, but this here is pretty much close again. This is House on Straw Hill with Linda Hayden. Linda Hayden, right? Yeah, Linda Hayden and Udo Kier, and I love Udo Kier. So this one is really good. When this initially came out, this had this on it, the band The Saddest Videos. Now, pretty sure something about it recently had this on it as well, like a special edition about, but had this a few years ago. So really, really like this movie. Bought for me by my better half. Hey there, Kay, welcome, man. Another Australian one. It's a triple feature too. This is Felicity. Felicity is Censor. Thank you, Uzi. That's what I'm thinking about. I'd say sort of exploitation. We're not looking at the like a serious kind of a sexploitation or horror. If it is out of the blue. Hey there, Eric, man, welcome. Hey there, Amy. But this is a cool one. This one actually surprised me. I actually really dug this movie. There's 2 extra movies on here. There's Australia After Dark and the ABCs of Love and Sex. Those are two Australian Mondo style films. And each of these here, I don't know. I thought it was. If it is, I'd grab it because not only does this one have its own special features, like it's got like trailers and like interviews on it, but the 2 extra films on it. Each of those have their own commentaries as well. I'm sure Michael Kane will be appreciative of this one. And this is That's Exploitation. This is a very friggin' good movie, and I watched this over and over and over again. And this movie, by the way, is long. This is 136 freaking minutes long. But man, this is a great documentary. It is done with Frank Henlotter and the late David R. Friedman. David F. Friedman tells a lot of really good stories on this. They do really well with documentaries. That's not the only one. We got one right here too. Lost Soul, the Damn Journey of the Doom Journey. Richard Stanley's Island, Doc Moreau. Both of these are like really, really good documentaries that I recommend you check out. They're both loaded with features on here. The Sexploitation one, by the way, gets 3.5 hours of shorts from Something Weird Archives. And I have got to check on something here. So I'm going to put a link in the chat there. So there are still 24 days left to get in and back Michael Keane's film, Dr. Deathface. So check that out. I know we mentioned it on the last one, and I'm going to keep mentioning it and putting the link up there for anybody that's interested. So make sure you check that out, guys. Hey, Kubrick, man, welcome. Give them the monies. People complain about like it's only superhero movies. It's only everything's a remake. Everything's a sequel. Well, there you go. Somebody's going out there and making films. And uniquely different films. So you want to see something. You want to see something good. You want to see something different. Well, there you go. You get the chance to be on the ground floor to actually back an independent film as opposed to all that Hollywood stuff that you see out there. The Devil's Honey. Truly one of the great Lucio Fulci later films that he did. A very different film for Lucio Fulci. And if this had done better, it could have taken his career into another direction. and I think would have done a lot of good things for his career. Unfortunately, by this point, he was pretty blocked into to a certain style and genre that people kind of expected, and it's a shame because he really, really does a great job in with this film. And this isn't even the first time that this film was that was put out. He wrote this film. He was sick. He wrote this film. Somebody else made this film, made another version of this film right here. He hated it. So he said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go out and I'm going to take that script. I'm going to remake the film the way that I want it done. And you know what? This is a really good film. I definitely do. I think we're going to see a lot more 4K coming in the near future. And I think it's a great way for companies to look at expanding the roster of what they've already got without having to spend way too much money on more and more acquisitions. It's going to come to a point, guys, when that pool is going to get a bit shallow with everybody kind of grabbing for the same thing. And we're seeing this. We're seeing, look at the Synapse Vinegar Syndrome thing that's going on right now. We got Thriller, The Color One Eye. It's coming out, next month from Synapse, right? $20 Blu-ray. There's a 4K edition of The Color One Eye Thriller with Christina Lindbergh coming out from Vinegar Syndrome. Am I a fan of Contraband? I am, actually. I have the Shameless Screen Entertainment edition of it with the lenticular cover where you see the guy getting this kind of like a cartoon drawing of a guy getting his brains blown out. So yeah, I do like Contraband. Exploitation here. Cathys Curse. This is a fun one. This is one of those that used to be on those 50 packs and stuff like that, but I always had crappy quality, was cut to pieces. But here you go. The thing is, there are a lot of titles, but do we need all just 4K of Heavy Metal 1 and 2? Well, there's a 4K of Heavy Metal 1 coming out, Joe, but number 2 is going to have a Blu-ray release, and a lot of people asked at the time, so why is number 2 Blu-ray and why is number 1 4K? Actually, I got to do a video with Man vs. Film. I had him on here. Well, he was on here one night in the chat, and I said we got to do a video together, and then the thing was, work started going crazy, and over Christmas, and I never got to do stuff with almost anybody for the longest period of time. So I just come on here, and as you guys can see now, I'm starting to get back to getting into the flow of things and making more videos. Oh yeah, 48. Oh, thanks, Warlock. I got to cover off this one. Patrick Still Lives. Is this good? It's insane, man. So if you like insane movies, if you like insane Italian schlock fest knockoffs, yes, this is great. Usually mid-February, mid to late February, isn't it, for the Criterion Flash sale? And it's usually 24-hour type thing. How is Axe Cohead? I don't have Axe Cohead. But if Stephen Thor is behind it, I'm definitely anybody that have it. It's one that I keep wanting to get. Oh, then you'll like this one. Because you're thinking, oh, I know exactly what Patrick's about. No, but you will. Another kind of I love trailer tapes. This one right here, Kung Fu Trailer of Fury. Again, really cool. Now the guy that wrote that works on this one here is Rick Meyer, and of course we've seen him on Master Cast's channel a few times. Definitely Master Cast, Fat Samurai Guy's channel. So definitely a cool book and a cool one. And there's 2 of these, by the way. I only got the first one. This is a special edition, but there's a standard edition. Is Revenge of the Living Dead Girls. Right now, the only Severin must get. Blood for Dracula is a must get. 100 million%. Hey there, Cinema Arcadia. Welcome. And there you got somebody that loves Axe and Coheed. I got to get that one. There's a third film, right? With kind of a mixture of both of them. So this is a cool little one. I enjoyed this. And this is a French film. I'm pretty sure it's French. And this one had like a soundtrack with it. Top 5 Severin releases. Okay. That I did not know. Now I do need to get it. One of my top 7 releases right here is Skinner. So Skinner is a movie that really, for once, Ted Raimi gets a really, really good role. And he's not just like the background guy. Skinner is awesome. This is an incredible film. The background to this film is insane, and the special features on this are incredible as well. This was produced by the guy that was Heidi Fleiss's like kind of lover, so the Hollywood Madam. And this movie came out around the time that the whole Heidi Fleiss scandal happened, and it did not help the movie in any way at all. This bloody live, guys, it's live. Has Ricky Lake, yes, that Ricky Lake, Tracy Lords, and it's a fantastic film. If you've never seen Skinner, I 100% recommend it. The features are fantastic. The movie's fantastic. It's just a great one. Same with Wax Masks. People get divided on this one here, but I gotta say, I've been super into this one. Now, this movie was supposed to be directed by Fulci. It wasn't, unfortunately. He passed away. This is directed by special effects, like, kind of the Italian version of Savini. And this is by Sergio Stevoletti. So Sergio Stevoletti, this is his directorial debut. You can tell it's by an effects guy because there's a lot of kind of gore effects in here. There's some really cool practical effects within this film. There's some great makeup work. And there is some really, really good special features on here, including one where Argento is talking about Fulci, and I must have been cutting onions during that time, because I teared up, but only because the onions, right? Of course. See, I love this film. And it's one of those that I bought back that day. I bought that one, not the original version I bought. That was on VHS. I bought it from, and see if you guys are old enough to remember this, Video Search Miami. Video Search Miami put that one out. Yeah, well, they put a lot of stuff that was not video back in the day. I'll see the house comes in Jalo. Very true. So this is Jack the Ripper. This is the initial release that came out. I love the cover that they did, the slipcover they did for this one. It's got a very kind of like pulp novel look to it. This is a really good movie. This is one of my dad's favorites, and my dad would always talk about it. And he would tell me, "Okay, there's this movie with Jack the Ripper," and you remember Video Search Miami? Nice. And said there's this, like, it's black and white, but this one scene at the end that's in color, and he always remembered it from seeing it in the theater. Now, Symphony of Orphan didn't bring upstairs. But that is a great release, and the blue balloon on that one's really good. It's not lenticular. This is basically just it's just a really good, really good artwork. And because I like the insane stuff, there's no way I could not mention Shocking Dark. I was going to bring like the Robo War as well, but I figured Shocking Dark would do. This is a bit of a crazy film. So it's a bit Terminator, a bit Aliens, a bit of Garetta, who's interviewed on this release, by the way, like she is the star of the film. And I hadn't seen this in a long time, so I said, "Oh, is this different than I thought it was? Is this not the movie I saw? I don't remember like Garetta being the star of this movie." But it was the film that I saw, and let's just say she is in the film, definitely, and she's very noticeable in the film. She's just not the star of the film. So another great release here, of course, is No Way Home. I love me some Tim Roth. We got Deborah Kara Ungers in this, some James Russo. So really cool stuff. This one was hand numbered when it initially came out. This is 400 to 2,500. Burial Ground, definitely. Andre Bianchi, 100% fantastic. And right here is 5. Where's the 6th one? Oh yeah, Bihirblanca is the 6th one. So these are the other ones from Jess Franco. We have Night of Open, Cries of Pleasure, House of Lost Women, Black Boots, Leather Whip, and more. And that's not to mention in the background. You probably can't see it there right now. Oh, yes, you can. The Al Amson box set, that's there in the background, or their novelization of Cruel. Oh, am I allowed to say of that shark movie that they did that doesn't exist? So it is, and that's the thing. People don't give Franco enough credit. I'm going to be doing a big video on Franco down the road, so that's a bit of a passion project of mine. That one's taking a while. I'm reading through the Thrower book and watching Franco stuff, and it's going to be Satan Sadist, Pick It Up. Good title. That's the thing. I don't have everything up here. Oh, here's one to pick up if you don't have it on DVD. They put out those two video nasty documentaries. Overboard. That's the one that made my mom. Overboard's the one that made my mom know that Severin was the thing. Overboard's a favorite film of my mom's. So I was in St. John's, and we'd gone up to Sunrise Records, and I'm looking at some of the Severin titles, and my mom like picks up Overboard, and she's like, I totally got to pick this up. Laughs in the face of copyright law. Yes, they do. Angels Wild Whims, your favorite Absinthe? Well, I have to get my better half back on camera again, because we did a live kind of commentary on Draco versus Frankenstein for I think it must have been 2 years now for the Patreon channel, and she promised to do more. So I'm going to hold her to that. We have some more kind of live commentaries to do. I want to get my cousin to do one with me as well, but we had to pick kind of really crazy titles for that, and obviously can't show the movies on screen. So there you go. Members of Murder. There's so many titles that they have that there's like love it or like it or hate it. They put a lot of love into that Andy Milligan set there. They did the All Haunts Be Ours, the full core set. I still don't have that one. That's a fantastic release. And they put out some of the best box sets, 2 years in a row. Like hands down, they put out some of the best sets and probably the best North American sets for sure. Like we've had some decent sets that come out by Criterion, but they've botched a few of them in the last little while. But Severin really hasn't when it came to the sets. But yeah, when you're looking at like a lot of box sets, you're thinking Indicator, you're thinking Arrow Video, you're thinking of kind of the UK companies. Severin is the company. Like or hate some of the stuff that they do, Severin is the company that does box sets unlike any other company. Like there are, Vinegar Syndrome does really good box sets with 2 or 3 movies on it, or 4 max usually. Severin does complete filmmaker collections, and you can't give that's something to really like to give credit for, to really kind of give like some like kudos, give props for, because look at the stuff that they do. When some companies are putting out box sets with 3 or 4 movies on it, they're putting out Andy Milligan, they're putting out Al Adamson, they're putting out the folk horror set, they're putting out eventually the Black Emmanuel set. That's not a surprise. We know that's coming this year. So like as far as the North American like companies go that put out like box sets, that's the thing. There's no company like Severin here in North America that does this. I got that on DVD. I gotta upgrade my Skin Deep actually. And when like sometimes we rag on Severin, like during if their site goes down during a sale, or you're trying to get on, and we all know how frustrating it can be getting on during during a Severin halfway sale or a Black Friday sale. We all know, we've all been there. But the stuff they put out is like no other company. Um, there was a time when Severin were seen as a Vinegar Syndrome light. That's what people saw Severin. Like it or hate it, like that's the truth. That's the way a lot of people saw Severin back in the day. And over the last 2 years, they managed to really change their perception with the output of what they do. So there's such great stuff that can come out from these different companies. Criterion does some great stuff too. That's the thing. I love Criterion stuff. Now, did Criterion fix their Citizen Kane? They botched Citizen Kane, right? I don't have that release, but I'd heard. Yeah. Well, David Gregory is a huge Video Nasties fan. So the guy that runs Severin, the guy behind Severin, is a guy by the name of David Gregory. And Gregory is he is fascinated with the era of Video Nasties. That's something like you would love for Severin to have put out all Video Nasties, and he puts out as many as he possibly can, and as many as he can get his rights, and he can get the rights to. So yeah, so he as every time he can get a Video Nasty out there, like it's a big day for David Gregory. It's another thing. It's another check mark. Boutique labels, guys. That's what's keeping, you know, boutique labels are right now. This is what's keeping this industry from being like a total, um, a total, stream fest, basically. And there's nothing wrong with the streaming. Streaming can, there's some good streaming stuff there. Whether you watch your Shutter or your Tubi or whatever, or your Disney Plus, whatever. But in all honesty, uh, I got to say, I like my physical releases. Now, look at Netflix is a lot of people I know watch Netflix, and they're definitely good. But Netflix is much like Blockbuster in that you're never sure if you're going to get the uncut version of the film on there as well. So remember when you go to Blockbuster, you get a movie, and it had every company's made mistakes. My God, yes. Um, but and you get it home, you're like, hey, wait a minute, this horror movie from Blockbuster, there seems to be something missing. It'll be the Blockbuster version of the film. Sometimes it'll be cut a bit, right? So Netflix can be like that. You can be like, this is the Netflix version of the film. Sometimes they're not always the unrated. Sometimes they're the theatrical version of the film, which is okay. It's just you don't know until you go and you watch it. And if you've never seen it before, you're not gonna know that. I like Kino. I mean, I've definitely, I've had issues behind the scenes, but I love Kino's releases. I've talked on here many times about Kino and their sales and stuff that they put out, and just a lot of the incredible stuff that they do. Because there's a lot of really good stuff there. Yeah, there's something very special, but if you like movies that you like, and nowadays I think you kind of got to curate what you get. For the longest time, I tried to get as much as humanly possibly that I could. I was worried about things like FOMO. I worried about, okay, is this release going to be around? Am I not going to be able to get this release? But now when I look at this at that from a collector's mindset, I look at, okay, what do I really really want? What are movies that are going to, that when people look in my collection, they look at what I have, they say, okay, is this is me. This is what this is what I like. These are the type of things that say and establish the type of person, and the type of weirdness that I have. So I've become a bit more careful when it comes to the films, and not just the films that I collect either. When it comes to, I collect comics too. I collect comics and omnibuses and all that type of stuff, and video games. So I become more careful when it comes to the stuff that I get. I haven't watched one in a few years, actually. Antichrist. I used to have the 1974, the Anchor Bay edition, because there was a Anchor Bay put out these sets that kind of looked like you should buy. Well, but that's the thing, Warlock. You that's kind of the issue right there, is that people, and I've been guilty of this myself, will go out and buy stuff because it's new or it's exciting or it's shiny, and they're not looking at what they want. Your collection should represent who you are. If it doesn't, then if your collection doesn't actually represent who you are, uh, then you got a lot of things in your collection that you probably just got just for collecting purposes, not because you really want it, because it's limited edition, or it's like it's oh, this one came out and I want to be one of the people that got this like limited release. But if people can look at your collection and say, okay, this is the type of person Warlock is, then right on. And you're right, the six packs are exactly what I'm talking about. There anything about Vinegar Syndrome re-releasing the out of print VSAs? I don't think so. I mean, I'd be all for it. I don't mind. They can release as much as they want. Because it comes to a point when there's only so much room, so you really have to like say, okay, this is what I want. Unless you've got limitless rooms, or you've got a warehouse like in like in the Raiders of the Lost Ark. There comes a point where you're like, okay, I have to really focus, and that's what I've done the last year or so. And part of it has been for reasons that you guys know about. I used to have a lot of like old heavy. I grew up with Heavy Metal magazine, Heavy Metal magazine, and National Lampoons. Those were the things I used to read like crazy. I think of myself, only buy stuff you really want. It is hard, like especially for you, Amy, because for you right now, there's a lot of releases coming out that uh, are definitely kind of that are definitely like centered towards your type of stuff. Like a few years back when Scream Factory came around, when Era Video were kind of like just before they became more mainstream, like the Giallos and the slashers that were released in that time period, it was overwhelming for me. I don't know. I don't think National is that National Lampoon still in publication. I don't think so. But I used to read the old school ones, like the one if you don't buy this issue, we'll kill this dog type thing. I had a lot of the old issues like that. I had a lot of of the a lot of the heavy metal. I remember getting this one, and do you remember the ones where they were doing like the kind of a comic version of the movie Alien? Because I remember getting those. I didn't dream that, right? That was a real thing in heavy metal. They did like Alien in Heavy Metal magazine back in the day, and of course, Red Dan and all those characters, and had to snuck into the theater to go and see the movie. I took my sister, my older sister, to see Snow White and Seven Dwarfs because it was re-released at the time, and then I went in to watch Heavy Metal, the movie, in the next cinema. Oh man, and with the way things are going right now, like were people really concerned about like some about censorship and about movies being able to disappear when it comes to the Japanese releases? Um, you're gonna have more. You're gonna have more of that stuff coming out because you're gonna have so many companies that are that are going to be out there, and they're going to be saying, okay, like what do we, let's lock this stuff in now. Let's get this stuff here. We know a lot of people are going to want to watch it for the first. That is nice, man. Seven Samurai is such a fantastic film, isn't it? And if you haven't seen it, Warlock, I recommend Hidden Fortress. Hidden Fortress is really, really good too. I used to get them from old, like, mostly when I bought Heavy Metal magazine, either it was from newsstands or I remember I got a bunch of like older Heavy Metal magazines. Now, so Heavy Metal was over here. Was over in in the UK and in Europe first. It was in Paris, and it was a metal. The name of the magazine was Metal Hurlant, and it got kind of transferred over here to North America as heavy metal. My better half, her dad would have like these big books full of heavy metal and Metal Hurlant, and the issues, and like some obviously there's some very adult stuff in there that she was not supposed to look at. But over here, I'll get them a lot at like used bookstores and places like that. And I remember we went to I was living in Alberta at the time. I think it's probably in no, it was in Camrose. And I went to this auction with my then stepdad. And there was like people were you basically like there were boxes of stuff being brought out. And one of my stepdad would always bid on boxes, and so I would go there and if it wasn't stuff that you could flip and sell, then things were given to me. And this one was like this bunch of heavy metal like magazines. So he just saw them as comic books and just gave them to me. So and I totally fell in love with it. And I totally agree. I did not like the kind of that CGI look that kind of happened later on. And I think like it did make some people kind of like move away from heavy metal a bit for a while. I'm not quite sure if they still do that now, but I think that they do like a more because they used to have like some really unique art styles. Yeah, like Mobius. Mobius was fantastic. You'd get like all this like these intricately drawn um art, which was incredible, and there'd be painted art. There'd just be such fantastic stuff. The host released on Blu-ray. So, do you guys all think that it's going to be Out of the Blue? Do you think that's what we're going to get? Because I'm not quite sure how I feel about. So, for those that that don't know, Out of the Blue, and I'll just bring that up here, is a movie directed by Dennis Hopper and Sharon Farrell and Linda Mans. Is it Raymond Burr in this one? Yes, yeah, it's Raymond Burr. Okay, I knew he was in it. I forgot that says Black Emmanuel. Psycho, that'll be amazing. I don't see that happening. I don't see for Black Emmanuel. You are looking at probably like a Black Friday or halfway to Black Friday sale. That's when I see Black Emmanuel happening. Who sent me this here? That was through. Okay. Anybody here that hey there, Cameron, welcome, man. Anybody here that does YouTube ever get like emails now about like NFTs? like like would you like to interview this NFT person? I'm getting like a lot of those recently. I'm like, not really, no. The Emmanuel, I love the Emmanuel series. So we got the Emmanuels, of course. There's a Black Emmanuel series. There's the Emmanuel in Space series. Remember those with Chris Allen? uh, it's not the metric for my channel, Mike. Like it's nice. I mean, the same thing with like video game releases. I'm not quite sure why that happens, but I'll get like a bunch of every week now. Like that's kind of like my one of my work email. That's what it got a lot of that into. Yeah, I'm out of that, man. I'm so far away from that type of stuff. It's just weird that me, like, because I figure like a lot of people are getting into that stuff, and that ain't my thing. If it's your bag and stuff like that, fantastic. I have a channel that focuses on collecting, like movies and films and comics and video games and that type of stuff. Uh, the weirder stuff. Harry Carey's a great release. That was sent to me actually by one of the viewers, by one of my viewers on here, and that was a fantastic film. New crypto coin. No, that it. Probably. That's it. Get rich, guys. Gotta get rich. Gotta get. Gotta make that money. The site is up. Are you serious? It is, and it is out of the blue. So it's like 10 minutes early. I think it's a fantastic release to have like. So you guys were right. It definitely is out of the blue. I gotta say, it's that's an okay. I'm not gonna say I'm super like like overtly excited. Let's check out the features on this one. It's a newly scanned in 4K. It's not a 4K release. No, it's a Blu-ray release, two-disc Blu-ray release. We got an outer commentary with the late Dennis Hopper, Paul Lewis, and John Allen Simon. So this was something that would have been like a Kate Renenbaum commentary, and Kat Ellinger commentary. That's gonna be fantastic. Gone but Not Forgotten, Remembering Linda Manns. A video essay by Amanda Reyes. That's gonna be good. And Chris O'Neill. Terminal City, Vancouver, on screen at the blue. A lot of really great features on this, by the way, guys. Main Street Soldier, short film by Leonard Yacker. Partial commentary with director Leonard Yacker on Main Street Soldier. Second disc, we got Remembering of the Blue. There's a bunch of stuff on there. Me and Dennis. So Severin has been going. I'm not going to say mainstream, but definitely more. I've definitely been taking a lot more chances, like recently. But it's been called shocking, blistering, and a flat masterpiece. Yet remained virtually unseen for over 40 years. Now experienced a haunting portrayal of juvenile delinquency that ranks among the most powerful in American cinema. From actor, director, co-writer Dennis Hopper as it's never been seen before, Linda Manns gives one of the greatest teenage performances of all time. As a 15-year-old who idolizes Elvis, punk rock, and her ex-con father, is surrounded by junkies, predators, and follows them all down a one-way road to oblivion. Sharon Farrell, Don Gordon, and Raymond Burr co-star in a film about extremes directed by an extremist. Featuring music by Neil Young, newly scanned in 4... I'll definitely buy this now. Newly scanned in 4K from the original negative with more than 6 hours of special features. So yeah, pretty much everything. It's pretty much copied everything from the BFI disc, but if you're not like region free, but it's one that's important, guys. It's definitely one to support. Now let's see if there's been any like price lowers or different price things on here for the sale. Of course, we got the February package coming out. We know that's the Caligula and Stone, right? And like that's yeah, that's kind of odd. We don't see the slip. I'm gonna guess that was like a mix up. They'll probably put it out afterwards. But out of those, there Stone is is like I'm buying the Umbrella edition, but like Stone is a really good movie. So if you've never seen Stone, like that is an excellent biker film. That's like definitely a more realistic like depiction of the bikers. So we got Night of the Demons like DVDs coming out. Pre-order. So your friend already got Eddie, your friend already get the Caligula like box set. But most everything here. I'm not seeing anything new except for the Out of the Blue. Is like there's definitely some really good releases here though. Like that I would definitely recommend. There's we still have the All Haunts Be Hours, a compendium of folk horror is there as well. It's 170. The Blu-ray box set. So why is 170 there? And why is the Blu-ray 24 hours? So it's 240, I was gonna say. Yeah, so I think you got to enter the promo code, the OTB promo code to see exactly what it is. So it's a bit uh, definitely definitely not let down because I do like that film, but I was hoping that there'd be a bit more, maybe some merch. You can see we got like still got the blood for Draco. It's only a 10% off sale. Yeah, me too, man. I definitely usually go in dark mode whenever I can. I find it better for just honestly for my channel too. There's a ton of cool releases here. You know, there's stuff like the Kinky trilogy. We got Siege is an excellent film, by the way, guys. If you've never seen Siege, definitely recommend Siege. Siege, that's a really good film. And of course, you know, the Eurocrypt with Chris Lee. I know that it was a Master Chaos's like bag, but I kind of dig that stuff. I definitely want to get that one. My better half is actually she really wants that. Um, that's the original packaging, actually. We got Santa Sangria in 4K. That's one I still have to get. It's probably on the next big sale. I still need the Girdler ones, like the Animal and Grizzly. I definitely recommend that. I don't have the Nun set, but I heard great things about it. Actually, I've seen a couple of the films on there, and they're fun. If you like the Nun exploitation, Brian Goes Blue, then I definitely recommend it. Definitely recommend it. Perdita Durango and Day of the Beast. I really like both of those. So those are ones. Those are 4Ks I got to pick up eventually. I'm waiting for the next sale. I'm not quite sure to go all in on Severin or to go all in on Vinegar Syndrome on the next sale. It's going to depend because I haven't bought things like from either of these. Like Vinegar Syndrome, probably the last time was in like early January, like late December. But Severin, I think, it's been a few months. There's a lot of releases on Severin that I gotta catch up on. There's a ton of things here, guys. We got out of the blue. Um, I hate. I'm gonna put this out there right now. I truly hate. Why am I not surprised, Cameron? That these releases that they're hints now are so freaking Day of the Beast is when you think about Kubrick. On the nose. Like, don't be that on the nose. Like, it's a bit disappointing. Like, make us guess a bit. Like Vinegar Syndrome did it with Madman. Like Severin did it now with without the blue. It's just too on the nose. It's too on the nose. There's a fun in guessing. Ah, okay, nice. There's a fun in the guessing aspect of it. Like, don't you guys have a lot of fun when you're getting like the kind of the clues and you're trying to figure out what it is and you get like picture clues, uh, as opposed to like picture clues and like little clues as opposed to just having them come out and announce it or literally put the name of the title like right there in the hints. Like, don't be that. It's okay, but don't be that on the nose. But Severin, good job. Like Air the Blue is a great film. Um, I wish you put the Blu-ray picture up here so we could see what the. Now that being said, this isn't supposed to be live yet. This isn't supposed to be live for another 2 minutes. Severin put this live early, so I would not expect the coupons to work yet. To be bluntly honest with you guys, because in all honesty, this isn't supposed to be live for another 2 minutes. No, actually, see, I buy the set, Justin. See, I know as crazy and as insane as that Caligula like set is, I buy it, man. Because I'd have it's the one of them. One of them is so weird and artsy. You got Laura Gemser in it. One of them has Laura Gemser in it, and I can't remember which one that is. But I'm not sure if I think it's on the set. Hey, Twisted Cinema, welcome, man. Oh, I'm going to be going now soon in a second. Now, I just came on here to do this video. No, it's a good announcement. The problem is, and I think this is the biggest problem. That a lot of people came in here knowing. Yeah, this we've been on this website here for Creepy for the last 5 minutes or so. So when we came in here, it wasn't supposed to be that. It's the same as the BFI release. So if you've already got the BFI release, or then you don't need to double dip. And without like being able to see what their slipcover is, you don't even have that to go on. So you can actually show pictures for this one. I'm trying to remember. I should be able to. Raymond Burr. Yeah, this is a good release. Obviously, this is something that's already come out in the UK. If you haven't got it and you're US like locked. So yeah, Ian, looks like the supplements are the same as the BFI release. So if you're in the UK, or if you've already got the BFI release, you don't have to double dip on it. But if you don't, and you're and a lot of people still. She did actually. She has passed away. The man has passed away. But if you haven't got this release, and like say you're not a region free person, this is definitely a good way to get it. And it's good to have the same features on there so that you're not missing anything. Looks like we got all the same supplementals. I don't think there's anything missing. Maybe like the BFI, because BFI usually has like a big booklet. So that's the one thing one thing you're probably missing out on that's in the BFI release. They probably had a booklet with it. Overall, definitely not a bad announcement. And the fact that there's some great special features on here. Look at some of the people that they talk to, like Ethan Hawke, Jessica Hunley, Richard Linklater, Philip Mora. So there's a ton of people being actually. She's only 58, man. That's young. Like my birthday is next month. Like March is my birthday month, and I'm in my 50s now. So I'll be hitting 51 in March. I don't mind saying that. I think it would have been a bit more interesting if we would have been able to see the slip that this one's going to have. Oh, those monograph books are really good Kubrick. Very Criterion-esque. Very like old school, what Criterion used to do. Hey, Ryan, I hope you're doing great too, man. Give more Severin. I already got I'm already on that mailing list, obviously. That's why I'm here. But very surprised. I mean, like, a second ago, there was a DVD and a Blu-ray here with the slipcover. Now it's just the Blu-ray with the slipcover. I'm not like imagining things, right? Wasn't there like a DVD edition of this like here a minute ago? Did I like somehow hit up on like a Blu-ray only? Is there something like that? I could have sworn. At least you can say this. The site came up okay without any issues. All right, guys. So since I do have to work tomorrow, I want to thank you all for coming in and joining me tonight. If you liked the video, or if you're new to the channel or you've been to the channel before, hit the like button. It's really appreciated. Like, share, subscribe, all that type of jazz. Go to shop and it's there, okay? Yeah. They're still got interesting websites. There you go. But will eventually, when you say it's there, the DVD is there, or do we actually get the slipcover? Because I would love to see the slipcover. No, I can slipcover down. Hopefully by tomorrow we'll be able to see the slipcover that they have there. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me tonight. Have a fantastic evening. I have to unfortunately work tomorrow, so it's not going to be fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. As always, there's always another movie, and this time it's Out of the Blue, which isn't a bad release. I just wish they wouldn't have like gave it away before they announced it. Have a great evening, guys. I will see you soon. And as always, there's always another movie, and it's definitely Kubrick. It's definitely time for tea.